That is illegal. So here's the rule in the water, not to mention the fact that at that moment, those two are not combatants because they've been in effect neutralized. This is the equivalent of shooting a prisoner, shooting somebody who's surrendering, or shooting a civilian, which obviously gets done, but the United States opposes and is a war crime. So there's that whole thing, which is they're unarmed combatants at that moment. They do not have, even if you want to argue that the people with a boat carrying drugs represents a clear and present danger. At that point, there is no boat. Very likely the drugs are gone because the boat was struck. And you have two people that are just simply trying to survive. The obligation then at that point for the United States is to actually rescue those two. We're obligated. It's also the law of the maritime law, which is a distressed sailor or a distressed boater, regardless of national origin, regardless of anything, you save them. In World War II, one of the biggest issues we had with the Japanese were if you had like a downed airman in the water, or people that had, a boat went down, so people bailed and abandoned ship, and they're sitting around floating on debris, or they're floating in their life jackets. The Japanese were coming and strafing them, and it was a huge war crime, huge issue. In fact, I mean, there's so many stories about, the U.S. shoots a Japanese U-boat or whatever, or a German U-boat or whatever. And then we turn to, once we know the area is secure, to rescuing people. And Americans have been rescued by enemy boats. What Hegseth ordered was a strike against basically illegitimate targets. So at that point, unarmed, and it violated the maritime law. Now, here's the thing, and people will say sometimes, and I hear it, which is like, well, the terrorist would do it, so why shouldn't we? It's because that's what makes us not terrorists.